Hey everyone. Most people understand that there are different levels of communication. The first level and the most feeble level is radio, one-way communication, where you can't communicate with somebody else. And that is okay if a tornado's coming your way and you got to get out of the way, but to try to communicate anything further than that is futile. And I was watching tonight We Are Known, the dog show, and I'm very hurt, to say the least. When I had my heart attack originally in the Army, I had prayed before that happened that, like Paul and Silas, the enemy would know who I am. That's Satan. That Satan would know who I am. That I would be effective, not just pew stuffing in a church. And I was effective, and I am effective for the Lord. I don't mean to talk about the things that I've done, but there was, before this happened, I had actually done a deliverance in a home, and the Catholic priest came, and the man happened to be Catholic. He wanted me to come over to his house and do the deliverance, and I don't like doing deliverances for all the demonic trouble that were in this guy's new house. But what I did do was I wrote down for him about pleading the blood and how to do a basic battling with these kind of beings. And I got a call later from the priest when I was working on the tugboats, I was still in the Army, and the guy was amazed. He wanted to know what denomination I was. Well, I just told him I was Presbyterian because that's what he asked. But actually, I'd learned these things in street ministry through Dr. Gross about demons years prior to this happening. And to reiterate, I told the Lord when I was in the church leadership that I was not accepted by them, although I passed with flying colors all the tests that were needed for the leadership and even for elder, but they didn't want me around. And as Justin spoke to me when I first met him, that's because they didn't want Christ in me around. The Lord spoke through him. And I gained a lot from speaking to Justin for over 7 years. As a matter of fact, a few days would be my birthday, and it'd be exactly, I believe it'd be exactly 7 years to the day, January 6th. But anyway, so when I had my heart attack, my stents started clogging up after I initially survived having Jesus Christ next to me. The nurse said to me, "Mr. Dell, the enemy knows who you are, but it will not stop what the Lord has planned for you." And again, the reason I'm reiterating all this is because I saw this Are We Known live dog show today, December 30th. And one of the other things that I've been talking about in my blog since I've been rejected by these people is humility, how we are nothing in and of ourselves. And it's amazing that these people can pick up, discern exactly what it is that we are nothing without Christ apart from the vine, but yet there's no love. There's no wanting to reconnect. There's no admitting that maybe I was misjudged. This is what deeply hurts me. And I'm noticing that a lot of the things that I spoke to the man, and I had talked to the man about my personal experience with Christ, specifically with the enemy, and in another video where I spoke about a demon specifically speaking to me, knowing things that they couldn't have possibly known, when I was talking about walking in the Spirit and the Spirit of truth and identifying the spirits in a prior video that I did. And it just amazes me because I can't find anything of error that Justin's saying. He's not saying anything of error, but yet he won't speak to me. And he won't say that, well, maybe I overreacted or misjudged, or he won't say anything like that. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And it's very hard because there are very, very few of us around today. And he's talking about the wheat and the tares and demons, the church people being our biggest enemy and that type of things. Well, they are. Religious spirits are the worst type of enemy. You know, it's the counterfeit, the closest lookalikes, the spirit of Antichrist. But I guess I guess I'm of the spirit of Antichrist now. I don't know, but I don't see how he can say all these things of being the level of spiritual maturity, which he was talking about specifically tonight, and that he still can't speak to me, because I've been there and I've done that already. I've been there with the Lord on that level. I've been there in battle on that level with the Lord. And it seems to me there's a greater battle now, and that's the wedge, the division within the brethren. And I don't think these people are humble enough to see where they're fallible. That's what I really think. They talk about being fallible and we are nothing. They talk a good show about that stuff, but yet they don't seem to recognize it. Otherwise, I would think there would be some reconciliation. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say, because this just hurts me all the time. The more I watch the dog show, the more I listen to the spiritual wisdom of the man, which I can't disagree with. But yet knowing that there's no way that he's going to talk to me again, that's almost more than I can bear. All right. Thanks. Bye.